Hey metal family, this is Ken, coming to you from the man cave of Idaho's metal family. I'm also drummer for Splattered Throat. Just want to mention what I got going on, what are the bands saying, and what it is. So it's doing local band interviews, learning some information about some people, film a live song at the end of the interview, take some pictures, highlight it on the page for a couple of weeks, make them my cover photo, promote their band page, and just highlight, showcase some Boise bands. Nobody's really doing it. I like to do shit that's different. So that's what I got going on. This is going to be the first episode that I've done in a while. I used to do something of the same extent about 5 years ago, bringing it back. And as long as the bands keep pouring in, I'm going to keep them on, keep doing them. So this is the first episode I've done in a while. Check this one out. Turned out really good. This is Through the Never. You're going to catch it right here, right now, and only on Idaho's Metal Family. So turn it on. Check it out. Hey guys, guess what we got going here? What are the bands saying? I'm Ken with Splattered Throat and Idaho's Metal Family. What we got here is our first interview I've done in a while. But we're bringing this all back. This is the first band in about 5 years that I've interviewed, and I've got more coming in the future. For now, this is Through the Never, and I'm going to let them go ahead and give an introduction to themselves and maybe your positions for starters, guys.
Sure. All right, my name's Mark. I play drums.
I'm Shane, guitar.
Matt, vocals.
Adam, bass, guitar.
Very good. So how long has the band been around, you guys?
In this conception,
We've been as a unit,
the three of us.
Adam, since June 6th, I want to say.
Yeah, June
It was
6th.
summertime.
Right on.
And then before that, prior to that, I got the call to come try out with these two because they were starting that project up, and that was about February.
And then prior to that, the three of us had actually done a project, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that, about 10 years ago.
Uh-huh. So similar to this, or off of that is?
Well, no, this is kind of all new. We went back to the drawing board, me and Mark did, shortly after that, and we found a vocalist that was very talented, but as most vocalists tend to have, LSD, lead singer disorder, they don't show up, you're waiting on them, you get a hold of them, they tell you they're on their way, then 2 hours later you find out that they were stuck over here.
The political side we try to avoid.
Yeah, that side of it, that is just no fun in the music thing, but we had started that project with him, and it was Ventus Via. We did that for a while, and then we went on hiatus for quite a long time, and then it was about a year and a half ago, something like that, that I got the call from him, Mark actually suggesting that we do a reunion. Mm-hmm. We got all the originals back together. Well, we tried to. We got a new bass player. We danced with that for a while. Didn't work out. That fell apart. We decided we weren't done, and got a hold of him, and here we are.
Okay, so kind of, how do you describe your sound? The current now.
I think we definitely got some metal behind us, but I think we have the ability to go very dynamic.
Yeah,
we
can't.
It's
can sing,
specific
and we
on
can
it.
scream, and we can be soft, and we can rap almost too sometimes.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We've got a little bit of melodic to us. There's a lot of old school thrash. There's a lot of there's some death metal influence from me. There's some to put a label on it, let's just call it metal, part of the Idaho metal family.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Very nice. It's always good. The family's always growing too. That's always the good part. You get more people that move into town, and not all of them are assholes. I'd like to think there's probably a few good, cool people. Okay, so other than that, who are some of you guys' influences? Maybe in the major scene, maybe in the local scene. Who do you guys kind of like?
I grew up on a lot of new metal, so Jonathan Davis, Corey Taylor, you got Howard Jones,
Alright.
Jesse Leach, of course.
Of course.
As far as like the mainstream goes, and then I've been listening to a lot of kind of getting influenced by a lot of the new metalcore lately.
Right.
Getting into like some Fit for a King and
As
Fear of the Sharks, As I Lay Dying, yeah.
Yeah, as a lead
Kind of
new album.
broadening my horizons on those because I kind of kept myself in the dark for a little bit. Then as far as local talent goes, I've got to give so much props to bands like Blacktooth Grin, OCD,
Right.
Distal,
Thank you.
Frantic, Factory Air, just
I'm an old school
all those good local bands who helped give me a shot when I first got out here 14 years ago in the city.
Great.
So,
That's part of the family again.
it's part of
Once
the family.
again,
it is.
If it wasn't
help
for them, I
people.
wouldn't have got the chance to get on stage. You know,
It's
and-
cool. People will help other people, bands.
Absolutely.
You know,
Super
let me
cool,
give.
man.
If we're gonna shout out to bands, and I'm gonna shout out. Hey, let me get in on this one. Rise of the Fallen. Hey, hey.
There we go.
Those guys kind of gave us a big piggyback when we first got our first couple of few shows going our first season. So I'm gonna give them a shout out. And
Yeah.
Keegan and that. Thanks you guys. Still appreciate you to this day, and still like you guys' stuff. So do you guys got like any plans for recording or what's going on?
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
absolutely.
yeah, that's where we're at right now. We decided to do a couple of shows. We had an offer for a few others, but we decided we needed to finish the album. So everything has been migrated from our drummer's house to my house. We built the studio down here, and we've actually been working on it, kind of, sort of. Ran into some, a couple of computer glitches along the way, lost our files. So we're back at square one again. But, no big deal. Everything's working now.
Right.
So, we're
Yeah, I mean, I hope we can get some stuff out, soon. Like
Very soon.
Spring, like now, like
You know,
the next
yeah,
couple months. I think
we would
can
like,
start-
next, I would want to say the next 2 months,
Yeah.
have the album at least polished enough to where I'm confident in releasing it. We have released some of the older stuff on SoundCloud. It's not the greatest. There's a couple of them on there that are good, and some of them are just garbage. The mids were funny, the highs were funny. It was kind of a learning curve, figuring out the DAW. I'm doing all the mixing and mastering, so it's kind of it's a slippery slope when you hit it.
Gives you an
And you
idea.
got to clean it up as you go,
Sure. So what else can we expect from you guys in 2020?
Hopefully dropping a couple of songs out there. Hopefully,
The album.
album by the end of the year. Hopefully getting a couple shows out there.
More shows.
Getting ourselves out there.
Leads
on
me
the
to
scene,
the next
getting our
question
faces out there.
of shows. Do you have any upcoming shows or what's going on?
At the moment, no. We were, as I said a moment ago, we had a couple of offers, and we have decided since then. One of the shows they asked us to put a big show together and get a bunch of heavy hitters, and to kind of showcase our style, if you will. And we were kind of thinking on the lines of that to do a CD release party at that point.
Right. Nice.
Kind of figured it would be a fun night, if nothing more.
Right. Okay, so what are some of the other visions or goals with this band here that you might have? I mean, you've said a lot of it already. Anything else you want to add to that?
Just continuing to more networking, man. More networking, meeting more people.
Establish ourselves.
Establish
here.
ourselves more. The scene has really changed over the years. From back in the day, when I was one of the founders of Distal, and back in the day it was a much different scene back then, and over the years it's consistently changed.
Oh, I'm a native. I know all about the changes.
Yeah,
it's
but we got to try to embrace it and
Right.
move with advancements in technology or whatever, social media, and try to keep with it, if you will.
Well, and
But-
I think just keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Adam's got connections. Down south, hopefully, and some different areas. We can kind of try to play shows in and just keep branching out and see where it goes. I think we love what we do, right, guys? I mean,
Yeah, that's why we do it.
Right.
That's why we do it. We realize we're not going to get famous. We're not going to be rich. but
We're in Boise. We do it for other reasons.
we do it to play a good show. Even if it's one show, let's play one good show, you know?
Right.
That microphone right there is the best therapy session anyone could
Absolutely
ever
agree.
have. It's cheaper than any therapist. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So where can we find you guys online in that?
You can find us on the Facebook.
Facebook.
Is it Through the Never? Or are we still on it?
Yeah, we're Through the Never. We did have the Eminent page is still up, and there's still stuff going there for some reason. But it seems as most people have migrated over when we did the change.
Some of the Eminent songs will be for Through the Never as well.
Eminent is us. Eminent is us four
Combined.
combined. We just had to change the name.
Sure. No problems with that. Okay, I have one bonus question for you. Call it a bonus question.
Dun dun dun.
Right, exactly. Hey, drum roll. Possibly we can get you guys to get on your equipment. Maybe we'll get 30 seconds or something, or a minute if you guys playing a little. We get an idea right here live. We're in their band room. We can do whatever the hell we want. We're pretty much plugged in.
Absolutely.
I just heard the song prior to this, so.
Kind of.
Anyway, any closing? Let me get your bonus question here. Your favorite shows? Maybe each of you individually give me your favorite show you've seen live and why. What was good?
Oh, so
And that was an easy one for me. I went to Trivium and All That Remains with the Better Half, and I had been excited for Trivium. I mean, Trivium, seeing them live in Boise.
Mhm.
It was to behold. And All That Remains came out to open it. Well, 36 Crazy Fists started the show. They were
Seems like
fantastic.
that. I think I was at that show.
You were with me, I believe. You
I
were with
remember
me.
part of it.
You were with me from the beginning
at least
of it.
someone remembers it.
You were with us from the beginning of it, I believe, actually.
I remember
And then-
certain names when we
And
started
then
putting them together.
All That Remains came
That was
out,
the
and
show
it
that
was.
we were on.
Oh yes,
I was
and it was All That Remains was absolutely amazing, and getting to meet Ollie afterward was kind of a highlight for me. And then, Trivium, and a lot of people are gonna hate it, but I was not impressed at that show. It was Heavy was still in his drug phase, drinking phase, if you will. But I think that was probably one of the best shows I've seen. It was just a great show.
Anybody else?
I don't know. Mayhem Festival, when they used to have Big Mayhem Fest before they shut it down.
Yeah.
It was out here in Nampa.
Back.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yes, yes.
Some good stuff.
It was Machine Head,
Oh.
Megadeth,
Oh,
Godsmack, and Disturbed.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I got that shirt. Too bad it didn't work tonight.
That's
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah.
The Slayer show wasn't too bad with Anthrax and Lamb of God. You've been doing a lot of cuts of that lately. That was a great show too.
Fucking badass show.
That show was amazing. Lamb of God, I think, stole the show hands down there. They were amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It definitely was.
Anthrax was fantastic too, watching Scott Ian. That was pretty incredible.
Alright, anybody else? You say
Well,
your
I mean,
piece on that?
I'm gonna go a little bit different route. I'm a huge Seven Dust fan.
Knew it.
Okay.
So I mean, Morgan Rose is my idol, basically. It's such a badass drummer, right? And so they were playing at the Big E, the net, right? And so they had some bus problems, and they were like 3 hours late to the show. So they went on at like 12:30 at night, and everybody was gone, right? But they came out and they saw the people that stuck around, and they were just like, "This is amazing!" You guys
That was
stayed around,
good,
and it was
yeah.
the best. I've seen Seven Dust
Oh, everybody in
dozen
Boise's seen him
you
a
know,
thousand
and
times,
it,
man.
and it was
Hell
just
yeah.
so impressive, and it was that connection with the fans, and it was
That's
so
cool.
awesome.
That's
you know,
cool.
and their appreciation for us sticking around, and I mean, it was like they played their hearts out.
They did that once.
I don't even remember who played them. It was like,
I seen one like that with Seven Dust once in Iowa. We were at this club in Cedar Rapids,
Yeah.
and it exceeded the limit for people to be in the building. So they had the fire department and everybody escorting out. You go outside, and there's helicopters and lights, and you're coming out of this little building, and there's thousands of people pulling out of this 7 Dust show. It was incredible. They got on the radio like the next week, and they were all apologetic and giving Iowa City a free show because we were. They got to play 2 songs, man.
Man.
Oh, but the second show was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, but that was, I've seen stuff like that. It's cool.
Matt, you got one? Probably loves corn.
I was gonna say, anytime I see corn, I shit. I'm like, yeah.
I'm a fan girl.
Matt has a corn tattoo.
I do have a cheesy little corn tattoo from when I was like 14. Zombie, anytime I see Zombie always puts on a
Yep,
good show.
nice.
I've never been
Nice.
disappointed. Anytime I see Slipknot, never been disappointed.
Nice.
Zombie down at the Mayhem myself.
Yeah.
One of the Mayhem years.
But as far as like best concert, I'd have to say Tattoo the Earth back in 2000 because I got introduced to Mudvayne on that circuit. I got introduced to Head PE on that circuit. I got introduced to Nashville Pussy. I fell asleep during Slayer. Straight past the fuck out. And woke up during Down.
That's
yeah,
talent, man.
So, yeah.
Too much alcohol. See what that alcohol does? We have to get off of that shit.
That wasn't alcohol. That was just straight sun exposure. Because the concert started, I think Doors.
That was heat stroke?
Yeah, pretty much. I think Doors opened at like 10 that day. Concert started at 11. Didn't get over till like 10 that night.
Man.
And STP was headlining and Slipknot was co-headline. So pretty much after Slipknot got done, everybody left.
Oh,
STP
wow.
set, which I thought STP put on a good show, but yeah. By far, I mean, because they had three stages, like 50 bands. It was just music galore.
Nice, dude.
No chance to be bored. Just something new everywhere you went.
Right.
It was so much fun though.
Well, what else? Any closing statements for you guys? Other than closing statements, why don't you guys grab some equipment or play us a song and kind of end with that? Anything else you want to say?
Let's go out on Oreo.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go out on Oreo.
Everybody will scramble here. No, any closing thoughts? Or we're just gonna do it with the music here.
Okay.
I want to thank these guys through the never. Thanks you guys for having me here.
Thank you.
Close this up with a little bit of live sound.
Yep.
family.
Thank
Through
you.
Whatever, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Apparently,
Appreciate it, guys.
those are some pretty good closing statements, I must say. You guys did a well job on that.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys soon on the next episode of What Are the Bands Saying?